Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day everybody. And we are happy to have our guest, Mannie Gill here. Mannie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, that's good. I just want to test that, you can hear me. So let me go to the live chat and see anybody here right now. You also can click the live chat and see the chat. Okay, we have Rohit and also Sujit Biswas, Joginda Sharma. Okay, guys, if you can hear us and see us, just tell us that you can see our face and hear our voice because we need to confirm that. As usual, I would like you to actually give permission to this wave video by clicking the link as you have known. So if that is okay, we should actually do some introduction. So today we are actually doing a webinar or Facebook Live with this EmbedMyReviews founder, who is actually Mannie Gill. Mannie, where are you actually from?
I'm from Birmingham, UK,
Mannie?
in the United Kingdom. Can you still
Okay,
hear me?
so you are based on
Yep.
UK.
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you, but there's some lag. So the audience actually would like to know, your background. So I know that you are actually a developer yourself. So maybe you can tell us your journey as a startup for this Embed My Reviews.
Yeah. So I started building EmbedMyReviews about 3 years ago. I'm a senior developer by trade. So I've been working as a developer for over 8 years now. I've worked in various e-commerce companies and SaaS businesses. And the idea was driven from those businesses when I was working there. So I saw a need and started developing it as a side project. This year, I've taken it full time. So I've left my full time position to work on this project as a full time endeavor. And yeah, so over the last 3 years, what I've done is I've built the foundations for the product. I've seen other products launch in that period. Um, Products that you guys have probably heard of, like Endorse or Climbo, and various others. And I saw the same problems coming up every single time of the launch. A lot of customers were asking for the same features that existed in my product, but I think these solutions were launching ahead of time, and then reactively changing their product to suit the demands of the customers. And the problem is with a solution like that, from a technical standpoint, at some point you're going to pay the costs. So I took the slow route, but it now bears fruit that you've got a product that we can develop very quickly. And if you're a part of our Facebook community, you can see that we deploy features near on every day. And that's only possible because of the foundations that have been built over the last few years. And that's why you're getting that consistent speed in development.
Yeah, thanks, Manny, for your self introduction. So I believe this. I mean, you being a developer yourself, on this your pet project. I believe I mean, the audience will actually get more confident about that. Because there are many founders who are actually not developer, but they also work with some developer with their team. So talking about team, do you have a team members, maybe developer or marketing or whoever, in your team?
Yes.
Let us know.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have three, apart from me, in total, there's 4 people in the team. So we're a very small team. I handle most of the technical side, but I do have another developer that's on the team that does. He's more of a junior developer, but he can take on tasks that don't really require my input. But in terms of the bulk of the technical side, I handle it. Then I have my partner who's dealing with content and the marketing side. At the moment for the LTD, you'll probably see me most on customer service and communicating with customers, and that's because I did that on purpose. I want to be involved from the offset, speaking to customers, trying to see how they want to use the platform, so that I can make sure that their needs are catered for. But we have a small team,
Mhm.
and we have Albert
Okay.
as well,
So
who
I believe
manages.
okay.
Albert
So I
Nam.
believe your team is actually distributed. Yeah, I know it's Albert now. So your team is actually distributed, right? It's not all in UK, right?
No, no. So there's we're one of my partners. They're based in the UK, Birmingham as well. and then the other developers in the UAE, and Albert's in Kyrgyzstan. So a remote team.
Okay, that's good. Sometimes a small team can communicate better. If you have a team of 10 people or 20
Definitely.
people, you are actually a bigger size startup. Then you have a lot of other issues. Okay, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Without further ado, I would actually like to invite Mannie Gill, the founder of EmbedMyReview, to showcase how to use this EmbedMyReviews white label solution to actually manage what you call the review of your customer or your client. So, Manny, can you just share your screen and just straight go into the demo mode?
Yep. Just give me a second.
Okay, it's coming on.
Okay. Just let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah, it's on now, so you can.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah,
logged
I
into
can
a
see your
demo.
screen.
Yeah, so I'm logged into a demo account at the moment on the platform. So when you sign up to a registered account, this is the screen you'll start off on. It's the dashboard, and then we give you some steps to go through the onboarding that we suggest. They're optional, but it just guides you through the flow. And some of these I'm just going to go over through this demo now, and go through the steps that we have within the product, and it'll probably give you a good insight on what you can achieve with this platform. So to begin with, because we're focused on agencies predominantly, even though businesses themselves can use the platform as well, I'm going to start from an agency's perspective. That's because that's our core product. So to get started, you'd click on agency settings. And under agency settings, the first thing you would probably do is white label your product. So you'd upload your logo, change your business name, the powered by URL, and I'll go over what this powered by URL is. It's a pretty cool feature we have, and it gets shown within your widgets or any public facing parts of the system. Your customers can disable it if you want them to, but it's a good strategy to promote your business and get more customers in. We support a number of languages, as you can see, that you can set from here. So the default language. So this will be useful in situations, for example, the login and the registration page. If you allow signups, public people, anybody to sign up, then your language will be defaulted to that one. So you can see we support a number of languages here, and there's other languages. In total, I think there'll be 15 languages, and other agency users are at the moment translating the app to those respective languages. Um, you can also at this screen change the currency, and where this is useful, we'll go over later. But it's basically your subscription page on the platform, and then if you don't want to have the default in US dollars, you can change it to a different currency. And at the moment, we support free, but we can quickly add the like if you want it in Indian rupees or a different currency, then we can add that in for you. Just send us an email. And then you can change the theme of the platform to match your brand just by clicking and then just clicking save. So there's not really a lot of technical setup here. It just clicks of a button. Custom code will be useful. Like you can see the widget that we've got at ours here. You can add your own code snippet, and it'll be used on your customer-facing dashboard. So when your customers log in, if you want a help widget, you can paste that in here. If you want Google Analytics or something like that, then you can add that code snippet in here, and it'll be shown to all your customers, be available under your customer's account. So yeah, and then if we go on to domains, so at the moment, where if you can see at the top, you can see that it's the non-white label domain. You can add your own branded domain, and you basically type in your domain name here. Make sure that your DNS has a CNAME record pointing to your subdomain, and then it will basically get added in here, and then you just generate a certificate, and then we will handle the auto renewal of the certificate every 6 months, I believe, when it's about to expire. And this way, then your platform's completely white labeled, and it's your customer sees it as your platform under your brand. A lot of customers, I'm just going to explain one thing as well. Customers get confused by the subdomain and the add custom domain here. Subdomain we're going to hide soon because I don't think it's relevant. The subdomain is basically this domain here. You can, in your custom domain, add a subdomain, a branded subdomain, or your full domain. It's up to you, really. We support both in here. This was just to change this one, but it's not really relevant. So we're going to hide this to stop some confusion. So yeah, and you'll always have your backup domain, which is the non-branded one. This is for instances, say, if you made a mistake with your DNS settings or something bad happened with your you made a mistake or whatever, then you'll still be able to log in always with your subdomain. So this is just we call it a fallback domain, and you'll always have that access if you need to get into your account and you can't with your branded domain. So it's worth bookmarking your subdomain. Okay, so that's just the white labeling side. So we've gone over adding your logo, your domain, and just theming. Now I'm going to go over where I would start if I was setting up an account for an agency. So I would start from custom plans. And what custom plans are, basically subscription plans. Like we have subscription plans as EmbedMyReviews, you as an agency would have subscription plans for your customers. And you can create as many as you want, or as you could just have one if you don't want to use our platform for subscription plans. But I advise that you use our custom plans within the platform. You don't have to use Stripe. That's an optional feature that we'll go over. But with custom plans, what it does is, if I just click on this one to show you. So I've got a basic plan here. And basically what plans allow you to do is manage how long, or if you want to have free trials. So when your customers sign up, how long do you want to give them a free trial for? This is fully flexible. You can add as many days as you'd like. And you can also manage basically what that plan allows the customer to do on the platform. So how many email credits they've got, SMS credits, location limits, member limits, but not just credits, but also features. So for example, you can say, okay, I don't want customers to be able to import reviews on this plan, and then you can disable this feature. And what will happen is on the customer screen, they'll still see that option, but when they try and import reviews, they'll be shown an upgrade message, and then they will have to it will redirect. If you're using Stripe with us, then we will redirect them to your subscription page, and it's a way of pushing them towards a higher tier plan. So everything's pretty much configurable. So if you go on the display, you can see with widgets whether you want to allow them to create widgets, how many widgets they're allowed to create on the plan, what widget types you want them to be allowed to be created, rating filters, everything pretty much. And what I showed you before with the powered by URL, again, whether they're allowed to remove your branding from the widget, whether that's allowed or not. And I'll show you this later on in the demo, how the upgrade is, how the customer sees it. But yeah, so custom plans is a very big part of our product proposition, where I'll give you the full flexibility, as if you had your own team of developers and you wanted to basically control access on the platform. We give you full access with a few clicks of a button. Again, with the collect forms, these are basically the review gating feature, how many forms you want them to be allowed to be created, whether they're allowed to create any forms or not. Request, whether they're allowed to send out emails or SMS messages, whether they're allowed to use their own custom email address. By default, they'll be using your email address to send out emails. But you could say, okay, you want to charge an additional fee for them to send out from their branded email address. Same applies to their phone number. Yeah, so that's request. And then integrations. How many review sites they're allowed to connect to. 0 just means unlimited, you're unrestricted how many they connect to. And you can also hide certain review sources completely. And this is used for particular niches. So for example, if you're a restaurant, if you're selling just to restaurants, You don't want to be showing sites that are not applicable to restaurants. For example, Angie's List, eBay, these kind of sites wouldn't be relevant. So it would be best to hide these completely. And you've got that possibility by just unticking those options, and then they won't be shown. And creating custom sources is basically, if there's a review site that we don't support, then and we're unlikely to support in the future, then you can allow customers to add their own custom sources onto the platform and import the reviews from. One thing I want to quickly say as well is that compared to other platforms, we're excited to add review sites to the platform. So when you have like a niche specific review site, do put it on the roadmap. We do look at every single one, and we aim to add every single review site. It's one of my own personal goals is to have the biggest list of review sites in the space so that we support every single one, big or small. So it's super critical that you put it on the roadmap so we can action it very quickly. We usually add review sites the start of the week, and usually it's 2 or 3 per day that we get added onto the platform. Okay, and that's pretty much it with the features. Just quickly, this is basically to show on the subscription page any text you can type in here. So for example, unlimited clients, and this would then be shown on the subscription page for the customer that what the feature set is that's available. So you're feel free to type in any kind of text in this, and it will be shown in bullet lists. Yeah, so that's custom plans, and it can be linked into Stripe that we'll go over. And when you do connect it to Stripe, it's an optional feature, but it just the platform then becomes a all-in-one solution, because then you can redirect them to the subscription page. We can collect the payments on your behalf, which is fully white labeled, so you don't have to handle the payment side. Then it's us handling it for you. And we support both monthly and yearly subscription plans, and you can charge in any currency. We're working with Stripe at the moment to bring PayPal support, because we're a Stripe Connect partner. So then you'll be able to charge your customers with PayPal payments if that's needed. So yeah, so that's custom plans. I'm going to go over custom products pretty quickly. So just create a custom product. Before I start with custom product, let me just explain what custom products are. So with custom plans, it's a subscription plan. It comes with a set of features, a set of limits that you want to apply to that plan. But then you want to, for example, say you want to upsell additional credits, will be a popular one. Say that within the custom plan that you've created, you've given 1,000 email credits per month, but the customer needs more email credits, but they don't really want to move on to the next higher tier custom plan. What you could do is then create a custom product and assign email credits to it. And what that will allow you to do is basically sell additional email credits without having the users move up to the next tier plan. So it's useful in situations where you want to sell a certain feature, maybe it's a review site or credits. You can sell them as a custom product. That's built into our platform as well. And we support both reoccurring payments or one-time payments. So for example, with email credits, if they buy 10,000 email credits for $15, as an example, it'll be a one-time payment that we would then handle through Stripe for you. And the customer, we will then top up the credit amount for your customer. So yeah, that's custom products. And then if I just show you quickly with Stripe, we're integrated directly into Stripe. So if you're able to use Stripe, I recommend using Stripe because it is the most simplest way to get started selling the platform quickly. all you have to do is click on set up payments, and then you're redirected to the Stripe login screen. So, for example, I'll just show you quickly. I'm not going to go through the flow because I'll have to upload my business details. But this is the screen you'll see from Stripe's dashboard, and you'll just go through with setting up your Stripe account with EmbedMyReviews. Once you're done, then we basically have we know your account, and payments will be redirected into your account on a monthly basis. So yeah, so those are the three core features with custom plans, custom products, and Stripe billing. And I'm just going to go quickly over the customer dashboard. So in this example, I should have, yes, I've got a customer myself as a customer here. So this is your customer's dashboard. So if they, yeah, you have an option to create customers manually. So if you want to create a customer manually within the one by one, you can add customers from here. You can send an invite to them and select the plan that they want, what you want that customer to be on, whether you want them to be able to log in or not. Then you would disable send invite, but you'll disable login. This would be useful if you want to manage the account yourself for that customer, and then you would disable login. But in most instances, you would either create the customer account manually, or you would use this registration link that'll be unique to your business. And this registration link will open up the registration page for your customer. So your customers can self log in themselves, register an account themselves. So if I just go back to customers. So for this example, I've already got a customer created, and when they register, the customers will appear in here. You can click on a customer to manage that customer, and from here you can see their email address, the subscription plan they're on, if you've got trials enabled, how long they're on a trial for, how many locations they've got, how many reviews have been synced to their account, and you can see that you can actually customize the plan options as well. So, for example, even though they're on the basic plan, you can, if you want to have fine-grained control for a customer. So I'll give you an example here. Say for a particular customer, you want to give them a customized solution. So maybe even though they're on the basic plan, you want to give them extra email credits per month, or you want to give them access to certain features that the basic plan doesn't support. You can come in here and just enable those features, and then they will only be available to that particular customer. They won't apply to everyone on the basic plan. So we've thought ahead of time for the flexibility of configuring certain scenarios. You have the ability to switch plans. So at the moment, I only have one plan here, but if we had another plan, then you would be able to switch between the plans, and the customer will be onto the next plan. And you can also extend the free trial on the customer. So if you have a customer that's trial is expiring, but they've asked you to extend their trial, you can just quickly come in here and just extend their trial. Yeah, and you can also log in as a customer. So if I just quickly click on login as customer, you can see that now I'm in the customer's dashboard, and you can see that this is what the customer sees. At the top, we just show you an alert, just so you don't make a mistake or get confused that you're impersonating the customer's account. So you can see that I'm logged in as the customer. I can see their dashboard here. And this is really useful in situations where you want to provide customer support or do the setup for them. It just makes things easier. Yeah, so that's basically customers. From a customer's perspective, you can delete the customer if you no longer want them on the system. Yeah, and yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump back from I'm going to come back to customers when we go over the widgets and the features that a customer sees from a customer's perspective. But I'm just going to go over a couple of more features, and then we'll jump back to customers again. So something unique to our platform is that we allow um, agencies to set up their own email service, email and SMS service. And quickly, I'll go over the reason why we've followed this approach instead of just giving you unlimited email and SMS credits. And a reason that we've gone down this route is because we don't think it's sustainable to give unlimited credits. I've sat down and done the calculations. I think it's only a matter of time before the other platforms either start charging you for those credits, or they don't have a long-term plan. So we've been honest from the offset. We've said, okay, no, we can't give you unlimited because we can't see how we're going to be sustainable for the long term. It's too much of a risk. But what we've done is we've done the next best thing, which is we allow you to connect your own email service in, and we don't charge you for that. So what we've done is basically taken our time and implemented all the major platforms. So we have full support for Amazon SES, Mailgun, Postmark, SendGrid, Sendinblue. And if these don't work for you, you can always use the SMTP provider. And then most of these other email services, they give you SMTP details, and then you can still connect your platform to be able to send out emails from. And basically, it's just a wizard setup. So if I just click on, I've already connected Brevo here, which is Sendinblue's new name. I'll just show you the wizard steps. So for example, if we go on to authenticate, you can see you can put in your API key. You'll just go through the steps. So you paste in your API key. We allow you to change these, but we provide you reasonable defaults. But you can throttle your emails. Some agencies have a lot of customers, or they've got big customers. They want to configure these. But for most people, you can just leave these as default. Feedback, again, you just leave this enabled for most instances. We track email openings, open email and click tracking. But you can disable them if in your industry you are not allowed to track this kind of data. By default, they're enabled, but you still have the option of disabling it. And on the summary tab, you see you provide your default email address that email should be sent from, and the reply to email address. And what will happen is I will show you from a customer's perspective. If you allow it on their on their custom plan, they'll be able to change these details so they can use their own domain instead. So they're not restricted just to send it from your domain. They can add their own domain, and we handle all the technical side, so the customer can follow this similar steps to what you've done. They can follow it, so you don't have to manually do it for them. And the same applies to SMS as well. So once you've configured the email, you can configure SMS the same way. We support a number of platforms for SMS. Currently, you support Twilio, Clickatel, Amazon SNS, Nexmo, and SMS 77. And we've got a few more in the pipeline to be added. Users have requested a few other providers. We are happy to add additional providers. So if you find a cheaper provider in your country that's cheaper than these current providers, just submit it on the roadmap, and we'll get them added as well. And what this allows you to then do is, like I've shown you with custom plans and custom products, is you can sell these credits yourself. Instead of us taking a cut of the revenue stays with the agency. You can charge your customers and make additional revenue. That's an added benefit. Plus, you've got the benefit that you lose the risk of, like, for example, I've heard from other platforms what's happened recently is that they've had an instance where their platform's been their SMS account's been disabled because one SMS account, one agency decided to send out a load of spam, then all the agencies are got affected. With our platform, that's not an issue because every agency uses their own account, so you won't have that situation where you get banned because of another agency doing something that they shouldn't be doing. And recently, this week, we launched on Sunday. We launched AI support, and what you can now do, like email and SMS, is you can integrate your own OpenAI connection, so you can use ChatGPT, and it works the same way. And this allows you to reply to reviews with the support of ChatGPT, and you can use any model that you like. We built it like this because we have the future in mind. So what we want to do with AI is we're currently building social sharing, which will utilize AI as well. So we want to basically automate the full flow of sharing reviews on social platforms. And if we if we allow AI to tap into that, then it becomes even more automated. For example, the designs can be automated, the text within the social media post can be automated. And so we followed this kind of approach with the future in mind. For now, AI supports replying to reviews. That's built in. Got launched on Sunday. Users already using it. You can reply to reviews in an automated fashion. Email templates is basically gives you the possibility of creating templates for your customers. We give you a few predefined templates. More will be coming soon, but you can create a template, and then your customer has a predefined template that when they log in, they already have a template available, and it just means your onboarding flow is a bit more streamlined for your customers when they don't have to take on certain tasks themselves. Yeah, so that's pretty much the agency side. We've gone over custom plans, custom products, Stripe billing, managing customers, email templates, email and SMS, and AI. And just quickly, I want to go over API and webhooks. This is not just available to agencies. This is available on the business account as well, but it allows you to tap into features that are available on the UI. You can access the same features through the API. So if you want to build an extension to the platform, you can build that. We support webhooks, which allows you to use things like Zapier, Integromat, or Pabbly, or any other automation tool. And basically, you can create a webhook here and select the event that you want the system to send the automation webhook to. So, for example, if you wanted to be notified every single time a review is created, synced in the platform, you just check this and give us the URL that comes from Zapier or Integromat or a similar automation tool, and we will, as soon as we get that data, we'll send it across to that automation tool. So you can build in any automation flows that you want. Yeah, and we support a few events here. We'll be adding more. So, for example, like subscription created, updated events, cancelled, those will be added in the future. So you can basically, if you've got a CRM tool for your agency, you can build a pretty powerful solution where it's all streamlined and you don't have to log into multiple platforms to manage your customer base. Yeah, so that's API and webhooks, and I'm just going to now go back to customers, and we're going to see from the customer's perspective on how they can utilize the platform. So I'm just going to log in as a customer now. Okay, so now I'm under the customer's account. When they log in, they will be shown this dashboard. They'll see their average rating across all the review sites that they've connected. Breakdown of the review source is, at the moment, I've only got Google connected, but if they had multiple connected here, they'll be able to see a breakdown. Top review sites, their average ratings, the growth of reviews over the last 6 months. They'll get a breakdown here. We're going to be giving even more details as the platform grows. We'll be building more detailed reports, but this is a good start in terms of data that they can see. And if I click on reviews, I'll just show you our review dashboard. So all their reviews for the customer are displayed here. They can respond to a review inside the platform, and they can see which ones have been reviewed. So for example, we've got a lot of filters here. So they can filter by source. Customers can have multiple organizations. So you can allow them to create multiple organizations, and then they'll be able to filter by a particular organization, the language, tags, sentiment, if they've been responded to or not, whether they are verified reviews. And what this is basically, for example, like in Trustpilot, Capitera, and similar platforms, they have whether they verified the review. We also extract that data onto our platform, so you can use that data to see if they're verified or not, and use that within widgets. You can hide reviews, see whether there are any empty reviews. So you've got a good set of filters here to search by. And one thing we're really happy about, we've looked at other platforms and their UI is personally, I don't think the UI is that nice, but we've taken extra care to build a nice table flow where you've got additional information, but it's not overwhelming to the user. So for example, like the reply message, we hide it initially, but we give you a responded tick tick icon here. So if it was responded, you'll see a tick, but you can always expand a review and see the inner contents of the review and get more additional details. We give you actions. So for example, if you want to take bulk actions on reviews, customers can select the first 25 on the page, because we're showing the first 25 reviews here. But they can select all the reviews as well. Just give me a sec, just check that I'm still live streaming. Yes. Okay. So sorry. So if you can select all reviews matching your filters. So at the moment we're only taking 25, but if you add filters, then you can match all the reviews and then take bulk actions. So whether you want to delete the reviews, export the reviews, hide or unhide, and we'll be adding more bulk actions to here in the future. One of the ones that are coming up soon is the ability to reply to reviews in bulk with AI. That will be a bulk action here. And then you'll be able to use AI to reply in bulk if you wish. So that's bulk actions. You have the ability to add reviews manually. So you can add a review here if you want to, if you have a custom source added. You can also import reviews from a CSV. So you can import them like this. And we also support it through the API. So if you want to import reviews via the API, that's also possible. Okay, so that's the review dashboard. And now I'm just going to quickly show you the integrations page so you can just see what type of review sites we support. So like I mentioned earlier, that we constantly are adding new review sites. Yesterday, I believe we added, I can't remember, if I just type in our changelog. Yes, so yesterday we added Capitera and OpenTable, but you can see that we add review sites pretty much every week. So we added MindBody, a Norwegian physiotherapist platform, OpenTable and Capitera were added yesterday. But we're constantly adding new review sites to the platform. So at that moment, we support around 23, 24 review sites that are available right now to use. But we are currently working on Facebook that hopefully, fingers crossed, will be launched this week. But yeah, we got quite a few others in the pipeline. So over the next month or so, I'm hoping that we can get to about 50 review sites, so double the amount we support now. And yeah, so if you've got any review sites that are not on the roadmap but you want added, just add them onto the roadmap, and we'll prioritize that, getting those added to the system as well. So yeah, so it's pretty easy adding a review site. You just click on connect, the customer can do, and just put in their um, a profile URL. For example, with Amazon, we give a walkthrough on how to get the URL because it's a bit cumbersome. But yeah, so that's review sites. Custom sources is um, for situations where we don't support a review site. Maybe it's very niche. Maybe it's like you've got reviews on your WordPress site or something. Then you can just create a custom source and then import those reviews into the platform. And that will work. Or in situations where you want to manually upload reviews, you can create a custom source. Maybe it's called named after your business or something like that. Then that can be created here. One thing I missed was that we also support testimonials. I'm just going to enable testimonials because we'll go over that in the demo. So you can just enable it by connecting, and then I'll go over that in a minute. But I'm just going to go over widgets now. So we've gone over integrations, and I'm going to show you what customers can do with widgets. So this is our widget builder, and you can see that we've got this sliders design, which is inspired by Trustpilot's design, the very popular one that you probably have seen on a lot of websites. You probably used it as well. The Trustpilot's slider design. So we've taken inspiration from that and built our own. And basically, these can be used to display reviews on your customer's website. We've got a number of different widget designs that you can use. So I'm just going to quickly just go over those designs. So you've got the slider design. You have this list design. And you can see that we've got this powered by URL. And this is what I was explaining before. Is shown on the widgets. Customers can disable it if your custom plan, you've allowed them to disable it. And if they are not allowed to disable it, then when you click on upgrade, then you'll see this upgrade message. And if we had Stripe connected, then you'll have the subscribe button, and I'll redirect them to the subscription page to upgrade to a higher tier plan. Yeah, so this is the list design. Then we have this very nice carousel design that will go through infinitely, show all the reviews on the customer's website. They hover over it, it just stops the slide, and then the user can read the review. We have this card design, which is a single review at a time. And again, they can go through the different reviews. We have the grid layout. That can go over additional reviews. We have the summarized widget. And all these reviews are fully responsive. So for example, you can see I'm viewing it from a mobile, on a tablet, and on a desktop screen. And yeah, so and then we have the pop-up design. You can see here, click on the pop-up and you can see the full review. And then we have this float design, which sits on either corner. You can either have it on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side. And if you click on the pop-up, then you can see the reviews within the pop-up. And it infinitely shows all the reviews. They're loaded in real time from the back end. You can fully configure the CTA button, and this can be whatever you like. And we allow a lot of customization. So you can select what review sites you want to show. The customer can select what review sites they want to show within the widget. They have a lot of options for filtering, whether what rating they want to filter by. Languages, exclude languages, additional locations if they've got multiple locations under the organization, how they want to order them. verified reviews, whether they want to only show verified reviews or not. So we give a lot of flexibility in terms of customization on the widgets. Pretty much everything can be customized on every widget. The layout. So for example, as I said, you can switch it to the right-hand side, to the left, move back to the left-hand side. The size of the widgets can be customized. What kind of information you want to show on the review can be enabled or disabled, and the style as well, like the theme, can be customized to match the customer's website design. Fonts, so we load the Google font library, and they can use any of the fonts that are available in the Google font library. As you can see, we give the options within here to use. So it's all fully customizable with widgets. And once a customer is happy with the widget, so you should just click the slider widget. Is one of my favorite ones. If I just click save on this widget, the installation step is pretty simple. All they have to do is copy this code onto their website, and then the widgets will load. And you can see that it uses the white labeled your white label agency information in the widget. So we hide ourselves completely. So it's loaded from your platform side. Eventually, we will come out with native solutions for Shopify and WordPress. Those are the two first to be built. So you'll have white labeled widgets that can be installed directly, so they don't even have to copy the widget code. They'll just have to use the app on Shopify or the white labeled WordPress plugin. Okay, so that's display widgets. I'm going to just go over review gating. So what we call review gating, we call them collector review forms. And you can create a customer can create unlimited collect review forms if your plan allows. So because this plan allows unlimited review forms, you can create as many. But I already have one here, so I'm just going to go over this on this demo. And what review forms allow customers to do is basically, one, distribute reviews across different platforms. It also allows them to prevent negative reviews. So for example, if you can see the widget on the right hand side, this is a preview of the widget that we're building. You can see that if I select 1 star, it takes me to a form to give private feedback. But we don't stop a customer because it's against Google's policies. We still allow a customer to leave a review if they wish. So if they click here, then if we had review sites enabled, which I don't, just enable here. Okay, so if we just click here, then they can still leave a review on their chosen platform. So yeah, so it's a way of preventing customers if they're unhappy. In most instances, if the customer's unhappy, usually it's just a breakdown in communication, and you can get resolved by private feedback. And this collect form is very powerful in those scenarios. If they leave a good rating, so for example 4 stars, in this case we redirect it, but you can customize when you want to catch negative feedback. So we've got it set at 4 stars, but if we set it to 5 stars only, then even 4 stars will redirect to the feedback form. We have a couple of different funnel types. So for example, if you don't like the star design, you can use emojis, you can use thumbs if you use the thumb design, or you can completely disregard this and just go directly to the review site, the review page. And all this can be customized. You can upload the customer can upload their logo. They can change the name of the company if they wish here. And yeah, so all the text can be completely changed. They can select what feedback on the private feedback form, what kind of fields they want to include, add new fields, who should be notified when private feedback is left. Yeah, on distribution, basically this allows the order the review site, that should be pushed to the top. So if you've got a lot of reviews on Trustpilot, but on Google you don't have that many reviews, and you want to get more reviews on Google, then you would rank Google higher, and then your customer can drag and drop which one they want they want to promote the most, and then that will be the one that we push within the collect form. So yeah, on the thank you page, once they click to leave a review, then the thank you page is shown. Again, the customer can fully customize this, and the theme can be changed. Like the widgets, the form can be changed as well. Yeah, and I'm just going to show you testimonials as well, because we've enabled that up. So just save that. So yeah, okay. So with testimonials now enabled, this allows you to collect testimonials without a review site involved, and you can then in future, what this will be extended to will be video testimonials. It'll be within the widget as well, but at the moment it's just text-based testimonials. But eventually this will be adapted to video reviews as well. So with the testimonial app enabled, then your customers have this feature. They can get testimonials left on the platform. Optionally, users can enable require approval. By default, the testimonial will be hidden, and then the customer will get a notification and they can approve, or if they are happy with the review and they want to show it within the widgets, and eventually share it on social media. Yeah, and again, what kind of fields, what kind of data you want to collect here, whether you want to collect just the name and email, or you want to collect the job title or other additional information. Customers have flexibility on what kind of data they want to collect in the testimonial. Like the feedback form, the same applies to the testimonials. So that's testimonials. I'm going to show you how you can use the collect form. So if your customer clicks on share form, they have the ability to we automatically host the collect form here. So you can see it's loaded the collect form on the URL, but it also, the customer has the ability to install it as a widget on their website. And I've not seen any of the other competitors in the space do this, but we've done this from the offset. If your customers want the widget the collect form to be installed on their website, they can do this through, again, just copying this code onto the platform. They can install it directly on the platform. They don't have to use this URL. We have QR codes and kiosk URLs. So if you want to display this, if your customer is like a restaurant or a dentist or similar, this could be displayed on a device, and then they can scan this QR code and it will take them to the collect form to leave a review. QR codes can be printed or downloaded and put onto a leaflet or a flyer, and then printed out, and customers can scan that and direct them to the collect form to leave a review. And that's collect forms. And the last but not least is the request feature, which is basically to request reviews via email or SMS. Eventually, we'll support WhatsApp. That's in the roadmap as well, but at the moment, it's email and SMS. And basically, what customers need to do is just add their customers into the platform. So if I quickly just add my email and just give my name, they can manually add. In this instance, I've just added a customer manually into the campaign, but customers can either import in bulk or add them manually, or you can share the opt-in page. So for example, this page customers can add themselves. And this can be seen as like in some industries, especially in health, you need customers to opt in to receive emails or SMS messages. So they can type in their details here, and then they will get the review request to whatever method they've chosen. And again, you can see the powered by information shown here, and your logo will be shown here. So your it's branded against the agency's account. Optionally, you can enable authentication if you want to. If the opt-in form, you want to hide it from the public and only certain individuals like employees should have access to this, you can do that. Settings where the customer can provide their own email address. Like I mentioned, by default, emails are sent and SMSs are sent from your agency's account details. But if the plan allows, then they can enter those details here and then send reviews. So that's customer lists. So each customer gets added to a within the customer list for an email to go out. And quickly, I'm just going to show you how with branded email addresses, how the flow works. So for example, because I'm using Breville, I'm just going to type in an example of what your business, what your customer can expect. So for example, say as a customer, I want you to send out emails from mybusiness.com and not use your agency's email address. I would type in my domain here, click save. And then we'll give them the steps, what they need to do. And what they need to do is basically within their DNS settings is copy these details. And once they've copied these, you can see the status is invalid at the moment. We will verify once the user's taken these, the customer's taken these steps, is the customer clicks verify here, and we will validate whether they've taken the steps and whether it's ready to send emails from that domain. We have to take these steps to make sure that emails don't end up in spam. Once these settings have been placed in the DNS settings, after that, the customer is ready to send out emails, and then emails won't land in spam. But we've done it in a way so that you don't have to get involved as an agency and get customers having to set this up. They can do it themselves as long as they have access to the DNS settings. So let's just have a look at campaigns. So a campaign is basically the actual email that gets sent out, an email or SMS. You have a wizard here, a fully functioning wizard where they can design their email, and with a click of a button, they don't need to use HTML or CSS. They can design it in here and send the campaign. We also support, because we're using the Unlayer editor, Unlayer has a marketplace with free templates. And if a customer copies a template URL from here, so for example, if I just type in review, and for this example, if I just quickly copy this one, if I just copy the URL from this template and paste it in here, you'll see the template's changed to use that template. So users very quickly can, if they're not, if they want to get started very quickly, they can use Unlayer's marketplace and use any of the templates, and that's fully free to use. Just paste in the URL and they're good to go. And with the review, like the buttons, we've got special links here, and all they need to do is basically select the form, the collect form, and then we will automatically apply the URL when the email gets sent in here. Same applies to rating links, you can see. So if you had stars within here and you wanted each of the stars to, so if you wanted the 5-star rating to go it's the 5-star part of the collect form, then you just select this one and you'll get redirected there automatically. Yeah, so that's the template, and reminders can be added again. Once if a customer doesn't leave a review within the set period of time, we will automatically send out a reminder. The customer's open to creating more email templates, so they're not. You don't have to send the same email template that was in the campaign. They can send a different email template out and change the subject. And we allow as many campaigns. The customer can create unlimited campaigns, and this is useful in situations where they want to test which one's converting the best. Yeah. The same applies, and last but not least, the SMS templates is pretty simple. With SMS, it's just a small content placeholder. With SMS messages, it's you can't use an editor because you can only send simple text in them. But that's it really from a review request perspective. Once you have sent out emails, then the customer will be able to see their open rate, the click-through rate, and information on which customers clicked on an email or not. But yeah, you're not limited to what locations. So, for example, we've only got one location here. But if a customer had multiple organizations or locations within an organization, they can switch between those different accounts without having separate accounts. So we've built it with the future in mind. But yeah, I think that's the core of the product. So sorry that I went over it quickly. I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but I thought I'd go over all the features as quickly as possible. So yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, don't worry, Mannie. The audience are actually, writing praises of you because the platform is clean, almost very complete. So let me read out some of the comment. Whatever. Yeah, this is the latest comment by Bagale Sudip. This looks a very good product, with a lot of features. So guys,
Thank you.
before we go into this question and answer time, can you guys just give this Mannie a thumbs up, by putting a what they call a GIF, or maybe whatever you want to do. Put it in the chat, say hi, good, or whatever. Give him some encouragement, So he works very hard in the last few months, So okay, guys. So let me go into this live chat question. Hold on. There are many questions actually, So yeah, before we go into that, Mannie, I have some question which actually could be quite relevant.
Mm-hmm.
First is this GDPR and
Yep.
the privacy of the data. So because right now you're in UK, I don't know, because somebody mentioned that UK is not part of EU now. So how do you go about making
Yeah.
sure that you compliant to this EU?
Yeah. So even though we're not in the EU any longer, the policies for GDPR still apply to us. That legislation hasn't changed. Our hosting is in Germany, which is in the EU. All data is hosted there. Again, we do integrate with platforms that might not be GDPR compliant, but because the onus is on the agency to connect those platforms, you can decide whether you want to connect to them or not. So in terms of data tracking, we only use services ourselves that are GDPR compliant. And we have a data processing agreement that's in the works that will allow agencies to use on our behalf. So we are GDPR compliant. Pretty clear.
Okay, that will dispel some of the doubts and whatever. And
Yeah.
guys, you know that this is a white label solution, specially made for agency like you, small agency, big agencies. So of course, the agencies plan, agency starter, and also agency limited could be seen as on a high side, but I don't think so, because after looking at this demo, you just have to get a few customer on a recurring basis, on a yearly basis or monthly basis. You actually buy back your return, your ROI immediately, So if you have a few customer, money, maybe you could answer that. Normally, how people charge? Let's say I'm an agency, I want to do this, as my agency. How should I charge the customer? How much per month?
How much? Yeah, so I get this question quite a bit now of a lot of customers, and like how much we should charge. And I'm sort of surprised by the question, because when as a business owner myself, when I come up with pricing, I'm looking at the market myself. So first question I would ask you is, where are you looking to sell? Second question would be, what industry you're looking to sell. Are you looking to just sell generally to everybody, or are you targeting a specific niche? So, for example, restaurants, hotels, or Airbnbs, dentists. So there's different pricing for each niche. So, for example, in the health niche, they're going to pay higher than a small business, a local mom and pop shop would be willing to pay. So it really depends. But as a ballpark figure, I would say in Western countries, you'll be charging around minimum around $39 to $79 per month for a subscription plan, for your base subscription plan, and all the way up to, I see charges for your higher tier plans to being up to $400 per month. But then you're giving them a full tailored solution in that. It could be that you're managing the review management on their behalf. So it's from $39 to $400. But again, it really depends on the niche you're trying to serve and the country. So if you're in like in Asia or Africa, and your economy is not as strong in your target audience, your target niche, then obviously your prices will be a lot less than that. But yeah, that's my answer to that.
Thank you. Looking at your ballpark figure, I think most people will actually make their money in day one, because if they got 10 customers paying maybe $50 a month, they already buy back their investment. So guys, this is actually a very time limited LTD. And to be frank, Mannie told me that they are actually not making money if they're actually selling agency plan unlimited. So they have unlimited codes. And I can tell you that Mannie has confirmed that they are not going to any other platform at all, not in AppSumo, not in PageCloud or whatever. This is the place where you buy directly from the sites. So please, make your decision fast. If you like it, go and buy it, because agency starter is 50 site, agency unlimited is unlimited site. So after discount, agency unlimited is only 637. Very good value. And agency starter is 424 per lifetime. Okay, so let's go into the question and answer. Not much. Don't want to have too many advertisement. Okay, let's do. Okay, I think Marcus, your question say that how to do a review source, Google review, and all these things. I think all is this done, right? How to? Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sharing my screen at the moment, so I can't see the questions.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to share the screen? Already shown to the customer.
Yeah. How can I stop sharing so I can? Is it still sharing?
No, it's still in the infinity screen. You have to go to the other tab.
Okay. Okay. Is it now off the infinity screen?
Now it's infinity screen.
Okay. Okay. For now, I'll just leave it as is. Could you just read out the question, and I'll try and answer it?
Okay, so Marcus was asking, could you be so kind to show also the procedure how to add a review source like Google review? Is it made by the customer or is it made by the agency owner? I think both are actually shown, you know.
Yeah, so I've already connected to Google, yeah, but the process is the same for all of them. If I could maybe show you quickly, if I okay, let me log out and I'll show you something as a user's perspective. Okay, so let's go to register. So this is the registration page. So if you allow customers to sign up automatically, this is the page you would redirect them to. So if I type in a name of my company, so I'm a potential customer now, looking to sign up to your agency. So I'm going to create an account. So let's say my business, and I'll just name it MG at EmbedMyReviews.com. Okay, so once I register an account on your agency, this is the page we see. Later, what we're going to do is build an onboarding flow. So instead of them landing here, they would go directly to, like you guys have an onboarding step when you join as an agency account, your customers would have a similar step um, um, to do. So with the system tells them what they need to do. But if they click on any of the pages, they can see, okay, first thing that they need to do is connect their review source. And then they would go here and they would either sign in to their Google account, or they can type in the name of the business, and then all the businesses from Google get loaded, and then they select their business from here and just click connect. And then that will pull all the reviews into the platform. So it's just as simple as that. Yep.
Okay, thank you. So I
No
saw some
problem.
people asking, you know, there is any discount code. Okay, the discount code is actually download silo 15%. Only for agency plan. The lower plans we don't have any discount. Uh, so basically, you know, you just have to use our this download silo as a 15% discount code for agency plan, starter or unlimited. Okay, let's move to
Yeah.
other questions. There are many questions. I don't
Yeah.
think we can finish everything, but we try.
But
Let's
that's a good thing,
move.
isn't it?
Okay, payment
Very good.
gateway. Yeah, there's a good thing. So the payment gateway, any additional payment gateway that, you know, let me hide the stream. Yeah, that you can look at the question. Because right now you are doing PayPal as well as Stripe. So in India, there are many payment gateway. You know, in Asia, there are also many payment gateway. So how are you going to
Yes.
do that?
Yeah. So at the moment, we focused on Stripe because Stripe support something called Stripe Connect, which allows applications to do a direct integration. If any platforms are coming next, it will probably be PayPal. Um, when is it coming? It's not in the near term. You're looking at towards the end of the year. Um, so I'll be upfront at the moment. It's not something we can do right away. It doesn't stop you from using the platform though, so you can still charge your customers. So, like for example, all our competitors, they don't do this kind of Stripe connection. What they do is they tell you to take care of payments, and in that kind of situation, what I'd say is still use the platform, but just handle payments outside. And as a support, as a small team, we're always open to helping you set that up. Like we'll guide you through the process. So it's not like you're left alone. So we can guide you in that process and get it set up. And the benefit for us is that we'll learn. So if you like using Razorpay, it's not something we're familiar with in the UK, but it'll give us insight. So when we come to integrating it, we can use you as a demo to make sure we can get that integrated into the platform when we come around to it. But it's not going to be integrated yet.
Okay, this question is interesting by Marcus. So you say I'm not a lawyer, but it's allowed to filter, but it is allowed to filter review on the customer side. Mean you can show only 4 view and 4 star and above, you know. So maybe it's okay because review source will show all review in the end, also the bad one. So I only know the review stuff is regulated in Europe.
Yeah. So each country is different, so I can't answer like The previous company I was working for was in the health sector. It was a SaaS company in the health sector, and in Denmark they were very restrictive on what you could do. So from a UK perspective and countries like the US, I'm sure this is not an issue. Platforms do it all the time. You can show whichever review site, whatever rating you want to show. Again, this is going to be something that's specific to each country, so I can't give you a one-off answer that it's okay in every country or not. But as far as I'm aware, in most countries that we support, there's not an issue.
Okay. I think this question is answered before. You can actually filter by the star, no? But by keywords, is it possible?
With tags, it's going to be possible. Yes, with tags, it's going to be possible.
Oh.
But what we're going to do next is we're going to start pulling word clouds out of review messages so that we can do what the user's saying here. And then once we detect certain words, then you'll be able to filter by them. So that's definitely something we're going to have.
Okay, thank you. So Marcus, this question has been answered. The common monthly fee is 39 to 79, or depend on your niche, If you are in maybe health niche, then you can charge higher. Definitely. Okay, Sam Jasani, what are the future add-on for agency plan? So, or maybe you can show your roadmap, Mannie. Is there any future add-on?
Yeah, quite a few. So the next big major one is going to be social sharing. So since we've done AI integration, the next big thing will be the ability to social share. But as you can see, we've got a pretty heavy roadmap going on. A lot of small tasks are within the platform, but I'll just tell you from the big features. Next up is social share, fully automated social sharing onto Facebook, Instagram, etc. Then it will be video testimonials. With video testimonials for agencies, it's going to be unlimited. But again, like how email providers, SMS providers, and our AI providers work, you will do the hosting. The agency will control which host they use. And in this way, we can, on the lifetime deal, we can still promise you unlimited access and without risking the platform's financial stability. So yeah. So
okay, talking about this video hosting for the video testimonial, will be hosted in your server?
No, we will provide the integration. So, for example, say you want to use Cloudflare or Cloudinary for storing videos, we will provide integrations like we do with the email and SMS that I was showing in the demo. It will work the same way. You would use your own, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to, on a lifetime deal, offer unlimited. Anyone that's offering this at some point is going to say, look, we can't do it. It's very risky for a platform to give you unlimited. So this is our solution to it.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so the next question is this is something. Beyond 50 location, yes, then you just buy this unlimited.
Yeah, from my perspective, I'd like you to buy the starter plan because it means that we've got a goal with revenue with you as a LTD user, because we want you to get to 50 customers and then get to the next customer. Our charge for LTD customers when they get an additional location is $10. But once you go over a certain amount, then we will work certain pricing. So if you've got a lot of customers, just speak to us. We'll come up with a flexible plan, and we'll come up with a per location pricing model that suits both of us. But the set price is at the moment is $10 after the 50 locations if you're not on the unlimited plan. Good question.
Okay, that's understood. $10 per extra location. That's good. Okay, SARS was asking this QR code generation. I think this is answered. This is demo, right?
Yes. Yeah. I showed it on the collect forms. You can, and because we support unlimited collect forms, you get unlimited QR generation, so you can create loads of collect forms. So one you could have out on the checkout page if you were an e-commerce site. one you could have in different flows. This is unique to our platform as well. So yeah, you can generate QR codes.
Okay. Anil Agarwal was asking, this looks fairly developed product, of course, because the developer is here. And what's the reason for running LTD? Yeah, let's
Yeah,
Mannie answer that.
yeah. This is my first ever LTD. I'm one of those developers that would have gone down the approach of following MRR, and you would have seen me on Twitter, building the platform and slowly getting customers on board. I found out from LTD from another developer, and he said that he's had good success in getting initial customer base together. And then I looked through the LTD space and I looked at AppSumo, and then I decided to do a private deal. And my reasoning for an LTD basically is to get initial set of customers, build a community, and then use the community to build the product further. So instead of just doing it at a slower pace, we go at an even faster pace. So that's the reason for going down the LTD route. Good question.
Yeah, basically is to get some traction and also some feedback,
Yes,
from the users. Okay, thank
feedback
you,
very important for a
Anil.
developer.
Latif Mia. Okay, you don't charge, right? For payment, right? Money.
Yes, for LTD users we won't, but in the future for monthly paying customers we will. But for not LTD users, because we haven't said that we're going to, we won't charge a fee.
Okay, so that's even more important to buy LTD rather than go subscription because you don't have to pay extra charges monthly. Okay. Anil, you are late, so that's why you didn't hear about the company in the market or whatever. Okay, maybe you just tell Anil
I
a
cannot.
few lines.
Yep.
Money, just tell
Yeah.
him.
So no problem. So development started about 3 years ago on this platform, but it wasn't full-time development. So being a senior developer, I was still working for a SaaS business and building this project on the side. But during end of 2023, the platform evolved into, it was pretty much ready to launch. So over February, we did the beta testing. And then during the beta test, I realized that there was a lot of traction with the platform. And then I went full time on the platform and built a small team to take this forward. So it's been self-funded so far. Luckily, being from a development background, we're pretty lucky to be well paid. So I had the funds to do this on a full-time basis. But yeah, so February it's been launched, but the platform's been built for just around 3 years now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, this question is SMT. Can use Gmail for that?
Yeah, you can use it. I wouldn't advise you to, because if you're building a serious business, if you're sending your customers emails through Gmail, you're going to have a situation where review requests end up in spam. I'd recommend using one of the provided solutions or a solution that's equivalent to one of the provided solutions.
Okay, Money. I mean, Saravana was asking, so there are so many email provider and SMS. Which are the one that you actually recommend? I mean, based on
Okay,
your
so
experience.
yeah. So I personally use SendGrid, but we will move to Amazon at some point. Amazon's a bit more technical to set up, but we can help you set up the Amazon integration. But the cheapest is Amazon at scale. SendGrid would probably be your second choice in terms of ease of setup and scalability. I recommend starting off with something like SendGrid because the critical thing with a business is you wanna get your return on investment as soon as possible. So go with something like SendGrid, get yourself set up. They've got a good free trial. They give you about, I think, 200 or 300 emails per day. That's enough for you starting out. Get customers onboarded because we allow you to add more email providers later on. Once you got money in the business, then look at scaling to Amazon and saving a bit more money. So start with SendGrid, then move to Amazon later on.
What about SMS?
SMS is a bit more difficult because it's location specific. So Twilio is the most popular one, and probably most people are used with Twilio, but it's not the cheapest. They charge you for being the brand out there. I think SMS 77 in Europe is pretty cheap. Clickatel as well in Europe. Somebody's asked on Facebook this week for a SMS provider in India. We'll be adding that. I think in the next development cycle next week. So if you've got if you've got an SMS provider in your country that's cheap, just let us know. We'll get it integrated very quickly.
Okay. So a white label business is very different from other LTD because there are two layers of a customer. No, first is your customer, the other one is the end user. So and it come back to support. So how are you going to guarantee a long term business continuity?
Yeah, so a good question. So our plan with the lifetime deal is to keep it very limited. This is our last lifetime deal. After this, what we want to do is go down the MRR route. Though LTD is a great way to get initial traction, it's very exhausting on a small business like ours. So at the moment, we do the launch, and then go straight to MRR, and that's how we cover the cost of eventually LTD users being a cost on the business. Yes, you've given your initial fee to join the platform, but at some point you are now a cost to the business because you're not giving extra revenue if you're on the unlimited plan, as an example. So in that, we need MRR as quickly as possible. So our plan is to go down the MRR route.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mohan is asking, how are you going to handle customer support as an agency? Where do I see the request from my customer, or how do I manage the support flow?
Okay, yeah. So this is something at the moment that will be on the agency themselves. So customer support is not white labeled. So your customer doesn't know that EmbedMyReviews exists. Eventually, in the future, I envisage a plan where we will have white labeled customer support, but it's not something for now. Maybe in a year or two down the line, this is something we'll do, where agencies can purchase white labeled customer support. For now, you have to do the support. You can there's lots of help desk widgets out there that you can add that are free or very low cost. And you can have a pop-up widget like we're using on the platform. And you can add that on the white label section. You just copy and paste the code in.
Okay, thank you. So Anil was saying, love the webhook option and the way setup looks so clearly. Okay, thank you. How do you compare with Grab Your Review, one of your competitor, or maybe the bigger competitor, Endosol, or maybe Review Shake,
Yeah, so Review Shake is one of the ones that have been around the longest, since 2018, I believe. Grab Your Reviews came out while I was still building the platform, so I saw their launch. They've done pretty well, to be honest, and they've come a long way. I think the biggest difference with a platform like ours and them is that we were built for the agencies from the ground up. They went down the agency route afterwards, and you can see it in their platform. So, for example, the feature that we give you, like with custom plans, where you can have fine-grained control of what kind of access you can give. You can't give it on that platform. Same with Review Shake. It was the same. It currently is as well. I don't even think with Review Shake they support Stripe at all, or being able to filter by plans.
Okay.
But it's our agency features that put us apart.
Okay. A few is asking, what is the ETA of importing linking recommendations?
This will be probably through like a Chrome plugin. It won't be automated. LinkedIn is very aggressive at blocking, and also because they've got a login page, so they hide things behind a login page. If we actually go and crawl it by using a fake login account or whatever, we're liable to be sued in the future. So I'm not going to risk taking data from LinkedIn when logging in. So it'll be in a manual approach, but we'll give you a Chrome plugin that'll be white labeled. ETA, it's difficult to say. It's not a priority at the moment. You're looking at 3 to 6 months.
Okay, thank you. So does it support assigning certain review to team member? Okay, we haven't talked about team member, right?
No. So team members are built into the platform. Since I'm still sharing the screen, I can just show you quickly. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, you can
Yep.
see.
Okay. So, for example, if a user goes to settings, organizations, and clicks on members on that business, they can add team members onto that organization, and they can give them the permissions that they want. Assigning reviews from when a private feedback comes in, yes, that's possible, and it goes into the private feedback section under here. So it will be assigned within here to that particular user. The user doesn't even have to be on the platform, to be honest, because you can just add an email address and then the review will be sent to them. But yeah, team members are supported.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, this is interesting question. Is it possible to create a widget to show review from multiple GMB? One brand with different
Yes.
locations.
Yes. I did go over it very quickly on the widget. Basically, there's a section called locations on the widget builder, and you can tick off all the locations, and then the widget becomes it includes the reviews from all the locations.
Okay, thank you. Can we send email from embed review to customer to review or give feedback? Apologize, it was
Yes.
discussed. I missed it.
Yes.
Okay. This looks quite different from Wiser Notify. Wiser Notify is more on showing the proof, right? Social proof.
I've not heard of this one. There's so many.
Yeah. Okay, this is by Sam. Do you support landing page that show all reviews similar to Endersol?
Not under our old reviews. Oh, sorry. Yes. Yeah. Landing page. We call it the grid. That can be installed. We are doing a wall of love as well. It'll be coming after video testimonials. So we will have a wall of love. But the closest one to that one is called the grid widget.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Mannie, I think I have to go to do the what I call this giveaway. So, can you just look at the question and try to answer that? While I'm working out from the back end.
Okay. Will they just pop up, or where do I go? Oh, just look through the questions on here.
Yeah, go to the live chat and look through the question.
Okay. Okay, what advantages over Climo? Okay. So with Climo, they're not even though they came out before us, their platform isn't as mature. We have quite a lot of customers coming from Climo to our platform and seeing that there's a huge difference for agencies. It allows you basically that custom plans feature, the Stripe native integration, custom products. These are kind of things that are not currently available in Climo. So to put it short, we've got just a bigger feature set. Our widgets are also more stable from what I've heard from customers. There's a lot of errors on Climo, whereas even though we've just recently come out of beta, you're not getting as many issues on our platform. And I have no idea how Climbo are going to make a sustainable business, because they're constantly just giving out LTDs, and unlimited LTDs, by the way. So I don't know. We have a plan to make a sustainable business, but I don't know about Climbo, to be honest. I'm not sure.
Okay, Mannie, the share screen is up. So I will just spin 5 times, and then whatever question that we have not answered, you can
Yep.
actually come back later in the chat, to answer that, So because now it's about
Okay.
11:30. Yeah. So guys, we have 5 prizes to be won, and these are the names of people who actually participated. I just saw it again, to see there any other repeated names. Sometimes people send 2 forms.
Yeah.
I think it's good. Most of them are all one name per line. Okay, guys, I will shuffle the name list and we will spin 5 times. So let's do it now. Robert Minder. So Robert, are you there to claim your prize? So if you are there, please type your name, full name. If not, we will spin again. Robert, are you there? Maybe he has gone away. So guys, if you have gone away, then we have to spin again until we get 5 persons. So right now we have maybe 36 or 35 people in the. Okay, Robert, you are there. Congratulations. So we'll remove your name and spin again for the second winner. Shuffle again. Let's go. Saravanan. Saravanan, are you there to claim your prize? Please type your name, full name. I think Saravanan asked quite a number of questions. He's here, he's here. Who is here? Okay, Saravanan, congratulations. Your name is there. Let's remove your name, then we spin the third winner. Shuffle again as usual. Let's go. Jadip Haria from India. Jadip, calling one. Okay. Jadip. Okay, congratulations, Jadip, you are here. Let's remove your name. Okay, we have two questions. Mannie, can you just answer that from Azim?
Yep. How do you compare with Social Ninja?
How do you compare with WP Social Ninja, support Google, Airbnb, Yep, Amazon, TripAdvisor, AliExpress, Booking? So WP
So
Social Ninja is a plugin, especially for WordPress.
okay, so I guess we support all those platforms apart from AliExpress yet, but we can add AliExpress. I've not heard of Social Ninja, to be honest. I don't think it's a direct competitor in the sense that we're a full reputation management software. They are just a plugin. So it's difficult for me to say, but yeah, we're more. If you need a whole solution for review management, then I guess we would be a better platform. I'm just writing down this name of this tool so I can research it later. But
Yeah, one is SaaS, one is actually a WordPress solution. But a lot of people
yeah,
using that because they are in the WordPress what you call ecosystem, it just fit
yeah.
their flow, Okay. Let's
Mm-hmm.
spin the fourth winner. Let's do it now. Oh, VJ Matani Real Estate. Your name comes with a special name, Real Estate. VJ, are you there? VJ Matani. Okay, congratulations, VJ Matani. Let's remove your name. And we are going to spin the last name. So, guys, please stay and see whether you are the lucky one. Let's move the wheel. Tusa Abdullah. Tusa Abdullah. Tusa Abdullah, kindly type your name in the chat so that we can award the prize to you. Your name is not I'm here. Can you type your name, Tusa Abdullah? Sometimes people so happy that they don't remember to type their name. Okay, you know why, Money? Because sometimes people don't give permission to this Facebook to show their name. So we do
Uh-huh.
not know who is actually the one. They say, I'm here. Of course, I know you are here. Okay,
Mhm.
guys. People don't give permission to this Facebook to show their name. Okay, sorry, I just accidentally pressed the other computer. Okay, guys, that's all we have today, and we were actually very happy, to have you guys here. Especially Money has done a very comprehensive demo about the product. And because he is actually the developer, the lead developer, he thinks what to be done and he do it, and now he is actually telling you his baby. So thanks, Money, for your good
No problem.
demo presentation. As people already said, I only said. So guys, if you think that this is something that you would like to put your hand into it, I can more or less tell you that this is one of the good products, one of the best product around. Uh, Agency plan, unlimited. I mean, most of you guys are actually very interested in unlimited. The only problem that is stopping people from buying unlimited is because sometimes it's too good to be true. So that's why Money is here to actually answer all your doubts or whatever. So he's a nice guy. I don't think he will run away. So Money, can you say that I won't run away?
I won't run away. I'll post my address so that everybody knows where to find me.
Okay, so he's from Birmingham in the UK. So congratulations, guys. Thank you for coming here to share. I mean, to be with us for 1 hour and 45 minutes. So this is already 45 minutes. 1 hour 45 minutes. So, Money, do you have any question or maybe any parting words with the audience before we actually conclude our webinar tonight?
Yes, yeah. So I couldn't answer all the questions. Sorry for the ones I couldn't get
Yeah.
to. But if you could either post them in Albert's group or post them in our Facebook community, I'll go through them and personally answer them for you. So if you've got anything that you want to ask, just post it in one of the groups. Also, just remember that this discount is till this Saturday, the 9th of July. So so if you're just thinking about it, just get the discount because you don't want to miss out on a deal and then try and send me emails because afterwards I'm going to not focus on LTDs. We're going to move to the next phase of the business.
Okay, so just a reminder, guys. Some people might not hear it. Money is not going to do any LTD in other platform, be it in the AppSumo, SaaS Mantra, or whatever. So you have to buy it
Yeah.
from their platform through our affiliate, of course. So please decide early. And July 9th, I think the discount will go away, right? So make your decision.
Yes.
Hopefully that you make a right decision and everybody is happy. So good night, everybody, and thank you again to Money and also the audience. Bye bye.
See you later. Bye bye.